All right, welcome back to studio, everybody. We are proud to be joined by the 2022 Trail Running World Champion, Adam Peterman. Bro, how you doing?
Dude, thanks for having me here. This is a cool studio you guys have.
Can you believe Team Visor is here?
Team Visor.
The teammates who brought home gold for the Stars and Stripes?
Adam Peter God on the couch.
What? It's two of the four of us that year. Yeah, just
that was
four.
A great year.
Man. Yeah,
it's where the term the box was coined, dude. Or at least where you first debuted it.
That is, and I feel like I got the credit for it, but I think we all felt the same way.
We felt the same.
Yeah, something about the humidity created this box of pain that we all felt probably around mile 30 of that course.
Yes.
Are you going to be searching for a box this weekend? You going to be occupying the box?
I think it's going to be different. I feel like that was really caused by the humidity and the conditions and being in the jungle.
Yeah.
And here it's just grass. Yeah. There's a lot of grass and rocks and it's a lot more open. So I think we'll find it in different ways.
We'll come up with a new metaphor.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll think about that.
Not a box, but an expanse.
An expanse.
I'm in the expanse.
Yeah, not the pain cave, but the expanse of pain.
Workshop it. Yeah. You guys on Team USA workshop it here.
This is good. This will give me something to think about other than the race for the next 3 days.
Well, dude, welcome back. Maybe just first reflect on, it's been 3 years since you won the world championship in Thailand. Obviously a huge moment for any athlete. Here you are taking another swing.
Yeah, it's super cool. I've always wanted to compete for Team USA. I feel like it was a big dream of mine in college and high school. I think that's a lot of younger runners' dreams. And then to go to Thailand and win for the team and individual was like a dream come true. But I think what's cool too is to see, I think, especially Jeff Colt, who was a member of our team on Team Visor, he did a really good job of telling the story of how cool Worlds was and what a fun experience it was. And I think that drove up the competition, at least for the U.S. athletes. And you saw it in Innsbruck. It felt like it leveled up even further. And then here, I feel like we're bringing a really, really strong team. And people in the trail world are actually really excited about Worlds, which I feel like has been gaining momentum the last few rounds. So I'm happy to be back. And this is a really cool spot to have it.
Yeah. Man of the people, a humble champion. But dude, you won Worlds in 2022 by almost an hour. You were almost an hour ahead of second place. It was crazy.
Wait,
it was
like 13 minutes.
13 minutes? Dude, was it really?
We got to fact check it.
Well, yeah, don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on it.
But
it was a lot, dude.
It was more than I thought.
Yeah. I wonder if the margin this year will be that big. The competition is leveled up so much.
It was 13 minutes.
13
minutes to
I've been out here misquoting for years.
That you think it was an hour.
It felt like an hour.
I always do that to my friends too. I have some crazy. I'm like, oh, you won that race. Well, actually, I was third, but thanks for remembering it that
13
way.
minutes in a 7-hour race is pretty substantial.
Huge.
So it was 13 minutes to Nico Martin, who was second, and then Andreas Reiterer, who's been on the podium the last 2 world championships. Italian was 21 minutes back.
Yeah.
But I think
that was cool. I think again, we had a crew checkpoint with 10 miles to go or something like that. And I was really worried that I was going to get caught because it was just like we said, you're in the box. It was super humid.
No sight lines.
It was really hot. And so I remember every part of me just wanted to jog it down the hill because it was this 10-mile downhill. But a lot of the team score relies on, the team score does rely on your time. And so fortunately, Tom Hooper, who was one of our Team USA staff for the crew, he kind of heard me being how far are they? He could see the weakness in my eyes. And he just swore, he was just get down the hill, finish the race. And I brought it home as hard as I could. And finally, with 2K to go or something, you pop out of the jungle and you go around this lake. And I remember I looked back and no one was there. And I was like, oh, phew, I got it in the bag. And then I finally let off the gas. But credit to Tom for keeping me on it because I was hurting pretty bad there.
Yeah, Tom Hooper getting multiple name checks here today.
It's true.
He saved the day for David Sinclair's wild travel journey to get over.
Oh, yeah, I heard they had some trouble.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I thought it was an hour because it's that had such a big impact on our team winning gold was your margin of victory, you know? So
it's cool. Yeah, it's cool they do it based on time.
Yes.
Because I think if they did it based on cross-country scoring, but with 3 athletes, I think France might have gotten us.
Yes.
So
we can't have that.
No.
No, yeah, hopefully not.
All right. Well, congratulations. I mean, it's been 3 years, but we're taking another victory lap for you here, and we got another opportunity for another gold or another medal of any kind, both individual and for the team here this week. But maybe before we get to the race, let's just reflect on the season a little bit, because it's been kind of interesting. You
Definitely
just came and
interesting.
smashed it at Gorge. Which is
Gorge went well.
and got you your team here.
Yeah.
We don't need to dwell on that, even though Gorge obviously creates champions, and both you and Vincent Bouillard are both past
totally.
Gorge champions, both competing for world championships. So, that's always a storyline here with Freetrail. But then Western States, you showed what being a real champion was like. And before we got started, you said the finish that you earned there was anything but a foregone conclusion, and that it took a real team effort and a lot of peer pressure to get you there. Share a bit about the story.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Western States was like the big race I had circled on the calendar for this year, and training was great, like the best I've ever had before a race, even before 2022 when I won. But just we went out hard, and I think I was an early casualty of some of the downhills. So lost the quads about halfway through the race, and then lost the ability to run shortly after that. And I actually tried to drop at Forest Hill, which is like mile 62, but fortunately had a good crew. They convinced me to keep going, and I walked down to the river, and then walked all the way to the finish. And it took me like 23 hours. So it was pretty disappointing from a results standpoint. Like I can't really shake that, or didn't shake that when I finished, but I am proud to have finished, and also to see that finish like meant something to this community of ultra runners we have. Which was really cool to see.
Yeah.
And just like a lot of the messages I got, like I felt like kind of made me more happy that I finished, because I was like, like getting into Western States is not something you can really take for granted. And so to finish kind of like gave respect to the race. So glad I did that. But I was like, gosh, I don't know, 9 hours slower than I hope to be. It's crazy how bad it can happen when the wheels come off.
What a great story. And I actually haven't had a chance to watch the film yet, but I'd love to have you share a little bit about it. Scratch, your nutrition partner, made a little film sort of commemorating
super cool.
Perseverance. Yeah,
totally. Yeah, they had my story from States, and then another one of their ambassadors who ran Leadville. It was her race too, and she's quite a bit better, more well-spoken than I am. So I think she did a good job kind of like just having a good synopsis of what it means to have like what happens when your day goes sideways. And it's called What Remains. So it's kind of like your race went to hell, but like what remains? Like why did you keep going, or what was the point? So give it a check it out. I have it on the link in my bio, but if you just YouTube What Remains and my name or Western States,
so after you watch this interview with Adam Peterman, you just go get the full story on What Remains.
But thanks for the shout out on that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you had a great race at OCC. And I'm curious real quick, since we're on this What Remains topic, like, are you like marching it in regardless of how it goes this weekend? Like, you think you'd finish?
I would. I mean, I'm not trying to like stand up here and preach like death before DNF, because like I don't judge you for
it
judging
comes for
DNF.
everybody.
Yeah,
and it'll
comes
happen
for
eventually.
everybody.
Like I've DNF'd a skimo
I
race.
used to have a smug arrogance of like, no, I never DNF a race.
Nothing wrong
And
with
then,
DNFing.
then you do.
Yeah. And also this course has like a lot of technical aspects. Like I feel like it's very possible for someone to trip, roll their ankle, hurt themselves, call it like doesn't make sense to continue on.
Yeah.
But if I'm having just like a bad day, I don't ever want to stop just because I'm unhappy with my day.
Yeah.
So
do you think that having the stars and stripes on like ups the ante a little bit for you? I remember for me, it was like, there's no way I'm dropping out.
Yeah.
Like
I'd say,
I don't want to look at all the gear and be like, dropped out.
Oh,
You know, like,
totally. Every time you see a flag, you're like, reminded of it.
Yeah.
Let my country down.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there is the team component too. Like, I feel like even though, it's like, I guess 6 of us guys this year who are all out there, but we are like competing for the team. Yeah. So I think that's definitely in the back of your head.
I want to talk about that, but let's talk about OCC too, because I mean, with baller race, and we talked at the HOKA party after.
Yeah.
And you're like, like happy with it. Wish I would have finished a little bit higher up, but it's like you're 5.5 minutes off the win.
Yeah.
And actually we were chatting about this yesterday. I had an epiphany that literally the entire top 10 men from OCC are doubling to Worlds.
It's weekend. Everyone, isn't
so it's representative of just like how good that top 10 was.
Yeah, because I know that even like I was sixth, and I did see that like the top 6 men, 5 of them are doing the 80K here.
Yeah,
because Chris Jones, who was 5th, right ahead of me, he's in the short trail.
Yeah, and then David Norris is doing the classic.
Yeah,
literally the entire top 10.
It was pretty cool. It was a competitive race, and I mean, I know that like UTMB index doesn't mean everything, but and also guys in the 50K often have higher indexes than us in the like really long stuff, because we have races like where you walk it in and it hurts your score pretty good. Actually, UTMB index is confusing. It might actually hurt your score. I don't fully understand it. But OCC was pretty loaded in terms of index. Yeah.
I mean, it must be good though, like coming off the death march at Western States, to have a big bounce back in a race that was crazy world class. Yeah. To, sort of show that, maybe it was a little bit of a blip on the radar at Western States.
Yeah, I was happy. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I think I come across as, I guess what I should say is I am more competitive, I think, than I let on. And so I was like when I finished that race, I was actually pretty unhappy to be that close to the podium. Yeah. What I felt like I let myself down was probably should have just stuck with it early, but it just felt like everyone who was ahead of me at Champs-Lac, which is like 7K in, felt like they were going to come back. Yeah. And like, then I was looking at the big climb. There was a climb about halfway through that was really the crucible of the race. It was like about 6,000 feet of climbing with a short downhill down to Triant. And I thought that's where I would make my move. Unfortunately, like on the climbs, I just felt like a little sluggish, and it wasn't until maybe 13 miles to go, all downhill, where I really was like turning it on. So that's where I was a little disappointed. I just wanted to be like just up a little bit, because then I felt like I would have podiumed. But at the end of the day, like I had a good finish, and I think I went from 10th to 10th to 6th on the last downhill, but that is 13 miles. And like when I looked at the stats and the GPS file and stuff, like that probably was my best 50K.
Wow.
In terms of like how fast it was. Wow. Because it was 37 miles and 11,000 feet of climbing, and I averaged like 8:15 per mile. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah. So I think one thing that happened is like if 2021 and 2022, I won all the ultras I did. Yeah. But now I think we're seeing in the sport, it's just like getting a lot deeper. Yeah. And so I don't think I would have won OCC in 22 or 21. Yeah. Like I actually do think I'm better than I was then. Yeah. But I think we've seen these races, like if you're not like completely on it the whole time in a race like that, you're not going to win. Yeah. So that I was kind of mixed bag. Like originally I was kind of pissed after the race, but in hindsight now I'm like, hey, I gave it my best. It's just maybe should have changed the tactic.
And also,
but that's just hindsight.
Yeah, and also being 5 minutes off the win at OCC is still a freaking insanely good performance.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm a career highlight for anybody who hasn't also won a world championship in Western States.
That's true. Yeah, I think I'm hard on myself sometimes. Yeah.
I know it's a different race this weekend, but like longer. But did that lesson of like, I should have stuck with that first move. Like, do you think you'll maybe race a little more aggressively this weekend? Or
I'd say, yeah. And I mean, this is a little bit more like a CCC type race. Like, yes. Thinking it might be more like 9 or 10 hours. So I think I got to keep that in mind. Like I did well at CCC, and at the top of the first climb, I was probably 15th place. Yep. But that's definitely on my mind. And hopefully that doesn't come back to just like bite me in the butt. But
I don't think it will.
Yeah, I would like to be up there. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see if people take it out crazy. This race starts with like 50. It's over 5,000 foot climb right away. Yeah. Damn. So, but yeah, it's definitely on my mind. Just like you don't want to lose that gap.
Yeah. Are you bringing poles?
Oh yeah,
let's
definitely.
Go. Okay.
Yeah, I've been hiking a lot since OCC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if I walk it in, it might be just fine.
So share what you've been up to since OCC, because I know you guys have been here for a little bit. You've been scoping out the course. We've been talking to everybody, just sort of getting people's impressions about the way that it runs. It's interesting because like we don't have historical precedent here where every year we like know the splits at CCC and UTMB
Right.
and Western State. So sure,
Yeah,
your
like this
takeaways
is the
from the
first
course.
time.
Yeah.
I think the first time we've had people run the 82K.
Yeah.
Now, I do think they've had the marathon
Yeah.
course, but yeah, I mean, since OCC, it's been pretty cool. I stayed in Europe with my fiance the whole time, and yeah, it's been like a really cool trip. So stayed in Chamonix a week after the race, then went to Crans-Montana in Switzerland because we had to couldn't leave
That's
Montana.
right.
Let's go.
And then I came here, so I've been here a little over a week just to check out the course, and I'm glad we did. Like, what was a bummer is I missed the rut, which I work for Mike Foote and the rut, and it was sad to not be there for the first time in 5 years, but this made sense. I think it would have been a lot to go back and work at the rut and then come here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, the last 10 days have been cool, checking out the course.
You got out with Jim and Caleb a little bit, right?
Yep. Yeah. I stayed with Jim and Jess and Helen in Airbnb for a week. So that was cool.
Nice.
And then, yeah, we ran with Caleb, and yeah, it's been good. I've seen, let's see, we all saw the last 10 miles of the course together. And then I saw the first 26 by myself. So it's been good to be on it. I mean, it's like a lot of the terrain's just different.
Yeah.
I would say, than what I'm used to in the
What
US.
Caleb said is like every time you have a chance to like get on a smooth runnable trail, they instead
leave it.
divert you through like the alpine tundra up
Yeah.
to a ridge and then like down a grassy slope.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, that's spot on. It's in terms of, it's a really cool course. This will definitely be like probably the most beautiful course I've done. But it is funny. Like, a lot of it isn't necessarily on what we consider trail in the US. But it is like a lot of routes that seem to be like pretty popular with the sheep and the cattle. And then, I mean, at some points you like hop onto a ridge and it's unreal. I mean, especially the spot where it's like Spain on one side of the ridge and France on the other. Yeah. It's really, really cool. But yeah, technical, like you have to be careful. There's definitely some spots where, like, I've never done a sky race, but I think those who have done would do pretty well here. And there's not a whole lot of opportunity to really open it up. Like, first kilometers on a road, there's a kilometer above the ski area called a stoon that you could open it up, but that's all I've seen.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And then like the last like 400 meters, you get onto a street by a tennis court and then end up in Confranc.
Okay, so a total of like roughly a mile is fast.
That's what I've found. And what I haven't seen is the whole French side.
Yeah.
I've heard that's more single track, more runnable.
Okay.
That's why I actually didn't check it out. I prioritize just like being on the slow terrain. And,
Interesting.
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I would say it's out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I don't know. That's why we do trail
totally.
running. It's not, I don't know. We don't just do it to like prove our UTMB score. Like I feel like there's a lot of variables in this race, and
Totally.
yeah, it's kind of liberating. Like, we'll just give it our best, but I don't know how these other people are on this terrain.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool.
I know long trail is a long way, but are you guys like going to do any team tactics? Have you like talked at all about like working together, or just be out there drilling it?
You know, we haven't spent as much time together as we did in Thailand. I think Thailand was unique because we all got there at the same time.
Yes.
There's like 4 of us.
I remember the tuk-tuk rides, you know?
Yes,
It's great.
Yes. But today will be our first like team meeting, and then I think we'll be able to like figure some of that out. But I don't know. I'm curious to see how that would shake out. I mean, I'd imagine that a lot of us will be pretty close to each other for a
I
while.
would imagine too.
We're such a strong team.
Yeah. Let's close by talking about that. We don't want to keep you here all afternoon, but I mean, the men's Team USA long trail is
Team to beat.
hitters.
You know?
I mean, 3 Western States champions on the team.
That is crazy. Like,
It's
we have
insane.
the 3 American champions of recent history.
Right. Plus Tyler Green's got 2 podiums there.
Yeah.
Trayson Knopp, this sort of like young rising star.
And he lives in Alaska. I think he's probably like the most familiar with this type of terrain.
That's
maybe
interesting.
aside from
Yeah.
Jim, you know, because he lives in like in the Beaufortin. But I think Trayson's a really, really fit guy that a lot of people don't know about.
Plus, Jim's got a world championship too. So we got 2 world champions, 3 Western States champions, 6 total Cougars, Tyler's got 2 extra Western States podiums. Plus,
then we haven't mentioned Zach Miller.
Plus, Jesus.
That's crazy.
So a really interesting team.
It's loaded. Yeah, it's really loaded. And I think like France has a really good team. I think Italy has a really good team because you have like Francesco Pupi, if he feels okay after CCC. You have Andreas, who's been podium at the last 2 World Championships, and then Christian is the guy who got second at OCC, and he's like the sky running world champion. Yeah, he's the guy who I feel like. I just don't know a whole lot about him, but I think this course could really suit him. But no, I feel like our men's team is loaded, so it'll be fun. I'm hoping that we're all like close together and can work together. But yeah, it's cool. It's a really cool course.
Make us proud, man.
I'll give him my best.
Go jump in the box or whatever we're calling it now.
The Expanse.
Yes.
The Expanse.
Yeah, the Expanse. Hopefully you guys get some photos in that area of the course because it's crazy.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, man.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Stoked to cheer you on, dude.
Yeah, thanks for being out here, guys.
Heck yeah.
It'll be cool.
Thanks for coming in studio.
Thanks, Adam.
Cheers.